Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey, Chris, and I shall be discussing Ghost, Season 1, Episode 8, Homecoming. Should be called Homecoming. A lot of things happen down at home. Should be called Sex Week, apparently.
It's called Family First, I think, right?
Should have been called Homecoming. Or, you're right, though. You're right. But it should have been called Homecoming or Sex Week since Tariq got them Effie draws finally. And appreciate it. All right, so Stacey, what would you like to begin? Show.
Tariq is definitely his father's son.
Yeah. In what way? What specifically are you referring to?
He shits on everybody that he actually needs. Everybody.
You talking about his Ghost and Tommy moment?
Brayden, Effie, like. And then he pays attention to certain things, but he doesn't pay attention to other. Like, what's his name? Jarvis? What is the professor?
Jabari.
Jabari was trailing him for blocks, and he just didn't notice. But he saw yellow sneakers. So now instead of pink sneakers, we got highlighted yellow sneakers.
That's right.
I mean, how inconspicuous can you be going on hits with highlighter yellow shoes?
It wasn't even the
They
face
should have
paint.
gave him the gold shoes from Tales from the Hood.
Oh,
Remember the gold sneakers?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He would have pooped himself and everything else. Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't understand the shoe thing. What was the shoe? I mean, like, okay, it stood out, but I'm like, I know some Bama's down the street that be wearing shoes that bright. So it's like, what did the shoes do? But like I thought maybe the shoes, he recognized the shoes from somewhere.
exactly. But he's never met those dudes.
You probably look at him like, yo, no, that's just some corny ass. That's a corny ass nigga. Like
He didn't match his outfit. That was my problem. At least wore some highlighted blue shoes.
It didn't match the Stansfield sweater they all suddenly had. Where the fuck you get that sweater from? Like,
that's well, all right. So, okay, for that you can buy that online. I mean, you can buy.
You probably got it from Zeke.
So, but no way in the world.
And they have school campuses and stuff like that anyone can just walk into. Like,
again, they prep for this attack by going to the school or getting online and getting a sweater just to come back. No, stop.
And they bought the paint.
Huh?
And they bought the paint.
And they bought the face paint. Like,
I mean, didn't you say Smollett had to go to the store to buy his stuff too? Like,
what?
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
he went about a noose and a Mac.
Let's not digress too much. But yeah, so Tariq shitting on Brayden, I was like, this is the Ghost and Tommy. And it makes less sense than Ghost and Tommy. Brayden wanted to sell cocaine. Tariq says, let's sell cocaine, but I'm not going to talk to my partner who wants to sell cocaine too. I'm just going to work with Effie. How did Effie know where he was?
Huh?
How did Effie know where he was?
School directory.
Everybody knows where he is.
How
did 2-Bit know where he was?
How did 2-Bit know where?
I don't understand it.
Well, what's his face? Lauren told him that part. Lauren said like
how did he get to the school in the first place?
How did he get that far? Like,
let's just focus how he got to Stansfield in the first place. But hold up, let's do Brayden. Let's do Brayden and Tariq, and then let's take it a step. So Brayden again. So we had the classic Ghost not telling his partner what's going on, so he can do his own shit, and then it blows up in the team's face, and now the team's broken up. Tariq is gonna learn what Ghost learned in season 2, which is you ain't shit without your white boy partner. Next week, when Tariq is trying to run this drug business without the man who runs the drug business, he will be fucked. Like, he's gonna go, oh man, I realized I did nothing. That Brayden did this whole thing. That's facts right there. He's gonna be like, oh fuck. Then let's remember that Tariq got caught in school twice selling drugs. Yet he continues. Now, after telling Drew not to bring drugs to his room because that's too much of a flag, he's putting together the product on his table in his room where anyone can open the damn door. That was proven last week and every other episode.
Mm-hmm.
they're still bringing drugs back to the room where Braden's brother stole the drugs from.
I guess that's why they're going to libraries and putting book bags on tables and like just no cameras there. And
they're not even plain black book bags. They're like the brightest blue with the orange. Like, can you be a little bit more discreet?
I was about to say that's a warning sign because I'm trying to think of like what college. I'm trying to remember what student had book bags looking like that. I mean, like my like,
It doesn't make any. They still haven't learned. You get an off campus where you put the drugs together, off campus where you meet with your dealers. You don't do that shit where you live. You do not shit where you live like that.
It is an Ivy League school. You really think these students will be that like? I'm pretty sure these Ivy League, like especially some of the nerds, would be scared to just be like, "Oh, you want me to go off campus?" Like, I don't know. I don't know.
You're I'm not just drug dealer. Like, come on.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the customers. I'm talking about the dealers, the people who fully appreciate that they're running. They can meet at Starbucks. They can on campus.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha,
I mean, Tariq by now should know you get a warehouse, you get something that you don't do it on campus. Like, how has he not figured that out? How has Braden and his brother have not settled up for those drugs that he stole? Still haven't got that money up.
And Effie and Tariq never settled up for the drugs he stole. And
he
she was
straight
just
up,
like,
I don't owe you shit, bitch.
I'll give you half if you help me sell these drugs, not sell it with me. Just tell me who to sell it to.
Yeah.
And I'll give you half. What?
And she walking around campus that she's never been to, just walking up to random ass students going, you look like somebody who just fought with their parents. Would you like some cocaine? Well, yes, I would. Well, thank you, right? Stranger.
I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, what type of logic was that? That was hilarious to me. It's like you can tell a lot. You can tell a lot by how they are with their parents. Like some of them were like they never seen the parents. But like, nah, like I really like all of a sudden we're like, yeah, damn, I can't stand my parents. I need some coke. Like, I mean, that's
what?
Okay.
What?
You know? That was so. If anything, that would have been the worst time to do it. Like you trying to hide your shit.
Yes.
Oh wait, your parents was right there.
Right there.
I mean, like I kind of get it in the sense of like, for example, like at my school when we had homecoming, you had kids come from all kinds of different schools and whatnot just to come for like the basketball, football games and whatnot. So yes, you got a whole lot of other kids in there. So I thought that's what they're going to do in the sense of like get the outside kids in or whatever. But nah, they get with the parents. I'm like the ones with their parents. What? Like, and there's something else I want to kind of go on the parents too. But let you go.
Bruh, when I thought, I'm like, let's get this straight. One, this script was written by 2Bit's brother. He was the one that who was the head writer. One of the head writers.
You were serious? That's why. I was
no, I'm serious. Yeah, he's one of the writers. So that's why I'm gonna get to 2Bit, aka.
We'll get there.
We'll get there to Mr. Kanan. Kanan 2.0. We're gonna get to Kanan 2.0 in a minute. But when I was like, let's see if I got this straight. So all these kids happen to be in the quad arguing with their parents. So Tariq can give a montage of like, hey, you see that kid over there? They're going to work cocaine. Look, mama's not happy. You see that kid over there? They're doing good with their dad. You might want to avoid them. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, how does this make any sense? And Effie is still like, so you don't sell drugs, but you've psychoanalyzed every student in this campus?
I was going to say, how many he's only been to one homecoming. So how is he able to tell how they are with their parents? If this is the first year, right? Isn't this the first year?
Yes.
So how would he know how they are around their parents? If anything, if your parents are coming to visit you during homecoming, even if they are divorced or whatnot, they're usually pretty happy because like, oh, we haven't seen you in several months. Yay, embrace. Like that wasn't the lot. I understand what they're trying to do for the script to show him being like his dad, like, you know, his old pappy and being like, just the whole like I'm very smart, I'm the mastermind here, and just kind of showcase like he a big brain here, you know what I mean? But no, in that context of like parents, no, sir,
stop.
No.
Stop there. So him and Effie hooking back up again. I said I wanted to see Effie, I wanted to see 2Bit back, and to give this show some type of credibility. And again, how did she show up? How did she know where he was? But let's just put that aside for a second because that's just some bullshit. Yeah, she's there from Yale. Yale students are here, so she's like, I'm slinging to my Yale students
Is it Yale
and
or Harvard? Yale or Harvard?
Yale.
Yale. Okay.
So she's at Yale. He's at Stansfield. So they can only use one real college, not two real colleges. But anyway, so she's there selling drugs, and I'm like, okay, so I get into Tariq's like apprehension to be like, bitch, you got me like caught up last time, but she doesn't explain why. She just gives a very philosophical answer of, have you ever did anything you didn't want to do because you had to do? Yeah, I shot my dad, but I get it. But I'm like,
I wanted to do that.
But no, he was in a situation where he was like, I got to. Again, they set up the episode to be like he had no choice but to kill his dad. But anyway, I'm like, she's gonna be around. I'm hoping she gets down to the real reason why she turned on him. Like, I need to know. I want to hear.
We still don't know who her connect is.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. I'm saying, like, let me hear. She had to get her mom out of this something.
I should be like Tommy or something from like the West.
She had his own mommy issues. But okay. But anyway, so they're hooking up. He's calling Tariq is calling Tasha like she's a relationship counselor.
That phone was still on too.
Just popping calls like she has an apartment.
I actually paused it. I paused it, and I have a zoom feature. I paused it, zoomed in to see if she just kind of looked up the drawer, and I'm like, nope, there was no connection. She didn't get it off of a wireless little charger. It was just came right out the drawer easily. I was like, bruh.
So it's her relationship advice didn't make any sense because at no point did Ghost trust her. Like at no point was he like, you know what? There's something about you. When he's like, Tasha, look at me in my motherfucking eye and tell me you ain't got my kid moving product. There's no time that he was like, Tasha's my day one. I know I can trust her. No, absolutely not. Like, I'm like, what's up, Stacey?
He did up until season 6.
You think he trusted her?
Up until season 6.
I think so either one, he's the one that lost the trust. I mean, once she found out like he was fucking around, like that it was more like keeping her trust so he could keep them both together. But anyway, Tariq and Effie having sex. I was confused right there. So I was like, why is Tariq strapped for just this out of the blue? But then I was like, oh, he got beat up by Kanan. I was like, oh, that's right. So 2-Bit is Kanan. Like 2-Bit is the bullshit Kanan now. But I will get that. We'll talk about that. So 2-Bit whoops his ass. So I'm assuming that's why he got the gun, because like, what if 2-Bit comes back and I have to defend myself? So now he got a 9mm strapped in his on his waist, like he's on the block or some shit. Huh?
That was interesting there. Interestingly, it was not there at the pool, but yeah.
Right?
Not there.
Well, he can take it because remember they had metal detectors.
Oh, true.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks,
all right. I'll give you that. That's
all right.
It's BS. Right. You're right.
They should have showed that thought process though. I wanted to see it. That's point.
What we got when they sent the little blue face guy in. Gave him the little shank. They were like, shank. You can get through the metal detectors with this.
Somehow they do about metal detectors too already.
Apparently they've been to a Stansfield game.
I was good with that because all right. So I mean, have you been to a lot of homecoming games? No. When they're dealing with a lot of people, that's standard. Like any other games, you wouldn't see metal detectors at my school. When there's like a big game, metal detectors going up. You know what I mean? So that was normal. That was
Tariq strapped, Effie strapped. They both just pull out the weapons to be like, we don't need guns. We just need condoms.
I did kind of like that. Did you like that? I actually kind of liked that.
I know what they were going with it, with like, we're equals. We're both in this game. We got the Bonnie and Clyde shit going on. I get it. It was too much. For Tariq to take his shirt off, got his little muscles. He got his gun in the front waist. Like, I'm like, what are we trying to do here? Like, we get he's the new generation thug. We get it. I mean, this was too much. It was too much. And then for this, again, she takes the gun, she puts it in his drawer. Somehow it's the magical drawer that Abby has the one condom. And she's like, this is the only protection we need, which I appreciate. You know how I feel about protection. I was like, they acknowledge it. And I was like, and then they get to the bed and I was like, I don't need to see banging. Like the condom lets us know what's about to happen. Let's move on. Okay. Cause I don't think America's ready for that. Stacey's not ready for that.
I'm surprised they didn't show the note because I thought they were going to address the Notebook because you saw it with Riley when she was kind of snooping through Tariq's thing. I can't remember if she put it on the bottom shelf or the top shelf. Any case, I thought that's what that was when she put it in there. I thought she was going to see the Notebook, and then I'm like, oh shit, she saw it too. Worlds collide. So you know what I mean. And then no, instead she pulls out this low budget gas station bought condom, no brand thing. I hope it's sufficient. I hope like there's you don't get a oops. It's like, damn it, you went cheap, man. Like you know, like
see,
yeah.
Season finale. No, season
finale.
Season finale. Effie's gonna be like, I don't drink alcohol. I can't. I'm throwing up in the morning.
So, are you okay? What's going on?
What's going on, baby?
Right.
So and then he gonna have to marry her, and they bring the drug empire. She launders the money, and he runs the streets.
After he gets his 3 point, after he gets his degree, you know what I'm saying? So he runs the school. She gives up her Yale education to take care of the baby. He's like, "No, baby, I'm gonna set you up. Don't worry about it. Like we got this."
But he leaves her for Lauren down the road.
What's up?
Like, why do they keep trying to push this Lauren thing, man?
I'm tired. I'm tired of this.
You know, it's the Lauren thing. Even Diana, like that. No, I still see him. Eventually, somehow, him and Diana's going to hook up. I'm not saying they're going to be together. I'm just saying they're going to hook up at least. I mean, I really think it's true. I think his true love is going to be Effie. His true love is Effie. I'm saying he's going to hook up with Diana. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Agree or disagree? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. They do it too much. If they don't do it, this whole thing is a waste of time. So at some point, he needs to get the draw. Him and Effie, they fight again. He's vulnerable. Diana's once again trying to get on the nuts, and he's like, all right, I'll give you some. And then like Effie comes back, and he's like, never mind, I was just kidding. I got to move on.
Yeah, and so
she shoots him.
Who shoots him?
Diana.
Right? Shit. So is Effie Angie to Tommy? Like, you know how Tommy was like, said, Ghost, what are you doing? It's like, no, I told you about her. I told you about her, or whatever. And that's how she is about Effie.
Brayden likes Effie.
Huh?
So
Brayden likes Effie.
I didn't like the fact that they tried to change his bullshit that all of a sudden Brayden had a crush on Effie and like, so what the fuck? Like, no, he didn't. Come on. That's too much. That was unnecessary. Like, what are you trying to do? You want to try a love triangle between them three? You want Tariq to be like, I can't trust you, Brayden. You're trying to take my girl from me. What?
Maybe they're trying to build it up. I don't know. You're right.
They
were like, man. Because you seemingly slept with Riley, I'm doing the same to your girl. You know what I mean? Nah, they could. On, man. They could, like,
it's too much, man. It was too much. I mean, it was unnecessary.
Speaking of someone getting shot or someone that needs to die, Jabari needs to get his ass killed, bro. So Jabari, he needs to just go.
He's doing too much.
His punk ass.
He's doing too much, man.
He's such a punk.
When he snapped that pencil, I knew it. When he was holding the pencil, I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Is that supposed to show how like powerful he is? Like, I should bring a pencil to see how easy it is to do it, dude. Like, he gonna get his ass killed. Like, dude, just write the last damn chapter, okay? Like, say he goes to jail. I don't understand.
He's waiting to see what Tariq actually does. He's just writing Tariq's life. He's like, so if Tariq really gets arrested, the story's magically going to end that Tariq gets arrested. This should be a series of books. Has he not thought of that? I mean, like, you know, that shit's really popular. Like, this is just book one. Book one is that the drug family falls apart. Dad gets killed. Son goes to college. What's book two? I don't know. Maybe the son becomes a drug dealer in college. Who would want to read that story? And then, I mean, it could just be a series of books.
But it just seemed like he was so like desperate, especially like it was his cousin or whatnot. I was like, dude, where's the ending? The publisher's interested.
Oh, that's just his agent.
Which I find kind of odd because publishers usually don't show their interest unless they read the whole damn thing. But okay, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, you know, but it's like, dude, like you follow him to the damn house, and ironically they talk really loud as hell, you know, at the house, like saying like, hey, yeah, tell him on that. And then I'm thinking like, how about you scoot your little ass inside the apartment if you're gonna be talking shit?
Who does a drug exchange in the doorway?
Yeah.
While they're yelling about course correct.
Course correct. DC Joe. I'm on DC
Monet.
Joe.
Like what?
So,
what?
So again, so Drew, they want you to believe that Drew, who's made every effort to get to Stansfield, so he can suck off Everett, right? All of a sudden decides that he ain't posted. Like, I'm not gonna come to you, Tariq. You gotta come to me. And I'm gonna get a CD motel room for no reason, and that we're gonna meet up there so we can. And then we have the meeting, like you said, outside of the fucking room, and we talk about the entire criminal activity. What's up?
I thought you would be okay with that. Didn't you say like why do y'all keep meeting at Monet's house or whatever? Shouldn't y'all? So like that's their
no. What I complained about was Tariq to say in the same day, it was Drew, don't bring these drugs here. You're gonna blow up my spot, even though he's bagging up drugs in his spot. Then the same day, when Diana shows up, he's like, "Oh, thank you so much for these drugs. I greatly appreciate it." I'm just saying he should have established a warehouse, some kind of actual building that's secure, that he knows who's coming in and out. But if they're gonna get a motel room, as both of you pointed out, go into the motel room, close the door, and have a quiet conversation. Why are you? If you're gonna stand outside and talk, you could have met on the street anywhere.
You think you notice when Jamari in his notebook he wrote down DC Joe? Do you think he's going to put that name in the book? The reason why I asked is like, how dumb could he? Could you know he is? Why did I even ask that question? Of course he is. So he's going to write that name in the book and they're going to get his ass killed even sooner than later. Like
It's gonna be L.A. John.
Yeah,
yeah, I know. Right?
I don't think he's that creative. But the problem. So Stacey and I were actually joking about this. Stacey and I were saying, what's going to happen? Tariq is going to realize that he's not good at this drug shit. Him and Jabari are going to sit down and just become book writers. and they're going to write about Tariq's life. And now that's exactly what Jabari's doing. His story is about a drug family who has a son that ends up going to college. There's no way Tariq reads that. There's no way anyone reads that and not go, you're talking about a student. Like, Carrie, like is going to be all over that shit. Like she will be like, you were talking about my soon to be love. You don't treat Tariq like this.
Do you want to address the elephant in the room with Jamari? You want to address the big elephant in the room? This dude been like what, his counselor for how long? He now goes on his freaking social media and just researches the name Tariq. You know, Pat, like really, you now search him up like his father. Who's this Angie woman?
What?
Like, wow. Wait. I was like, really? I let out like, wow.
Wait, bro. That's not it. That's not even it. They keep finding the same family photo. The exact same family fucking photo.
So does that mean nobody knows? So like, okay, I understand. Okay, Monet, even though I think that, to your point, that's horseshit that Monet's people don't know either. But does that mean no one in the school except for the benefactor of Tariq or whatever, no one knows like anything about his parents? Like, how? Like matter of fact, didn't they even make a comment? There's like, oh, I'm so sorry that like for
the first episode.
Like, well, yeah, not only that, but even in this episode, Jamar even made a comment like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, it must have been tough seeing everybody with their parents. So you know something about his parents.
Lauren's parents made a joke about, oh, they didn't let your mom out or something.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows.
She here for one day.
Oh, so I thought you were gonna bring this up.
I probably was. Damn it, go ahead,
bruh. Forget.
Let Stacey. I know Stacey. What you think of the?
I don't know.
You know where we're going with this. Stop playing. Stop playing. You know we're about to go with it. I want you to take it first. Really? Okay. I'll just do this. All right. Now, do you know what you're talking about?
Are you talking about Chandra?
Yes.
No. Before that. Okay. I want to talk about where she gets that from. I want to talk about that a Ivy League college, in an advanced English course, is having bring your parent to school day, and they're sitting.
I did that. Like, I mean, 5th grade, but yeah, 5th grade. I did it.
Once again, college. These people are like, hello. Students, did you bring your parents today?
That was
Let's
weird.
talk about what Chronicle Studies is about. And did anyone read this book? I was like, what the fuck are we doing right now?
That
like,
was so
how
weird.
is this relevant?
You never do that. Like, yeah, you don't just have your. Yeah, that was
what?
So weird. And then they were actually like learning something like that. Like, isn't that where you kind of? I mean, if you are going to do something like that, aren't you supposed to be like, not really learn? That's just weird. That's just weird.
But yes, so Bushandra. Now we see where she gets it from. So even her mama don't know how to act in public. I'm like,
he said, "Oh yeah, you gonna turn around?" She's like, "Turn around, don't look at me."
I'm like,
the wife,
Courtney Kemp. You goddamn it! Like, why can't you show a black woman besides Tasha? I guess a black woman with some sense, a dark-skinned black woman with some sense. Like, is that possible? Except for Tamika. Tamika is the only one that slightly represents exactly where she been. You know, the former district attorney who's supposed to be the private lawyer who just left the whole damn show. But anyway, why is Bushandra a stereotype? Why is her mother a stereotype? What is the point of any of this?
I'm surprised
her dad wasn't there, right?
No, I'm sorry, he was. He just sat there quiet because he just didn't want to speak in front of his next to his wife.
Trained.
Huh?
No,
he's been trained.
Exactly. He's like his loud ass wife does all the talking.
I'm surprised you didn't even wind it even further and didn't go to the point that like homies deliver drugs and who they deliver coke to.
Mama. I was about to say it. I was about to say it.
Not that just to Brushonda as well. Like, dude, really, really.
See, right? Not April, not white girl April sitting next to her white father, and it has to be the white man who goes, "Why are we studying a racial book? I know,
right?" He said that. I love how I was like, "Mom, Dad." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why you don't have your parents with you in damn classroom."
Oh, more. Yeah, okay. So real quick, just the obvious racial and gender issues of the white man not understanding why we talk about race in America. The loud black woman who corrects him. Then you got Lauren, whose mama is sitting up there trying to teach the class, and is this elementary school? This high school. High school is when you're embarrassed by your parents. Why you have to be smart, Mom? Stop it. I thought Jabari was about to bone Mama. I still think that's gonna happen.
I thought that was really why Lauren got upset with her mom.
Oh, yeah.
Because if anything, to be honest, I mean, what she said wasn't bad. I was like, okay, she's smart. Okay. And she's like, Mom, I was like, oh, what, did she give him an eye or something? Like
Jabari just gives off the vibe that he will bone whatever woman's available. Like, but I think he was going for Lauren. So I rewatched the episode. I thought when they met at the house, and I'm thinking like but Jabari would do either one of them. But I mean, it just to see whichever one's available. But the whole classroom scene was unnecessary. Also, let's not once again, Tariq is not an orphan. He has a sister named Yaz. He has a grandmother who he couldn't bring his family, his grandma who right?
Have bus fare to get to the school.
Just tell me. Oh, so I'm just like, don't act like he don't have a family, right? I know we ain't gonna see Yaz again until she's 25 and she's grown, and then she'll pop up working with Elisa Marie when they kill Tommy, and then that will be book 7, in this. But anyway, yeah, the drug deal didn't make any sense. But I want to talk about 2-Bit. The nod to Spanky.
I love his emoji. I love his little the.
Oh, that's right.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I didn't know you can add that as a contact info.
Exactly.
I didn't know.
Don't you have to put a name?
I guess
you have to put a name.
You know what? But that's how smart he is. He does not, unlike freaking Lorenzo, who literally when Tasha calls him, literally says Tasha on there. I'm like, dude, you been in the game how long? How are you gonna literally have the name Tasha pop up on the damn phone? And and then Tariq, when his mom calls, it says Mom, bruh. What are y'all doing? 2-Bit's only smart.
You can do it. You can just save as a little emoji.
Okay, there you go.
So 2-Bit. So I think we were saying that before. That Courtney makes sure that her man is the smartest one out of the entire.
So I wanna go down this road, Chris. I was actually disappointed that as 2-Bit's character has gone from stereotypical street thug to a philosopher that was educating Blanca on how the the prison industrial complex impacts brown and black people disproportionately, to now he is a cheap version of Kanan. Everything he did in this episode, he was Kanan. From the jacket he was wearing to the black and mild he was smoking in slow motion.
Oh, I didn't.
To the fact that he went to Tariq, jacked him up with a weapon, and then blackmailed him just like Kanan did to Dre. Exactly what Kanan did to Dre. That every week he wants more money and more money. And I'm like, you are Kanan. Like either your brother or your girlfriend decided to make you a cheap Kanan for some reason. And I'm like, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in this shit. Like,
I think I interrupted you earlier when you were about to go on, I guess, talk about, like, you said something about Spanky. Was he being legit with his mom? Talking about the whole, like, hey, I'm gonna get whoever killed him? Was he was just kind of playing the part or whatever? So does he suspect Tommy did it, or like what's up?
He has to know Tommy did. He told Tommy. I mean, Tommy kills people.
Know what? That's right. He did tell Tom. That's right. I forgot who gave Tommy the information. I forgot.
No, it's cool. No, I'm sure they wanted to bring Spanky back in an appropriate way. Like, he's dead, right? So they wanted to acknowledge him, and I understand that. This is the third time Power has done this. This is the third time Power has used a person who's responsible for somebody's murder to comfort the family afterwards. Ruiz did it with Nomar. He killed Nomar. He had Nomar killed, and then he paid for the funeral and gave his mother money at the funeral.
And then you had Paz,
right? And Tommy.
Yeah.
And now you got number 3. So I'm like, but if Dre has enough money to hand his mother anything,
Dre?
I mean, Kane.
Oh no, he just kicked Kane. Damn.
He does remind me of Kanan. He does remind me. Okay, so it's 2-Bit. I'm sorry. If 2-Bit has enough money to hand this woman a wad of money and walk away, why is he so desperately shaking down an 18-year-old? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
He needs all that money for his new drug enterprise. That's what it is.
Yeah, and he needs some weight.
Yeah.
He's going to hook up with Kane. Somehow, all working the Queens, he's going to hook up with Kane, and they're going to be the crew that's going to take down Monet, or at least be the competition to Monet. But,
it's gonna be so stupid.
Watch.
No, I'm not denying. Okay, again, not denying you. I'm saying it would be stupid. Most likely they will go that route, and I'll tell you why I think it's stupid as hell. Because Homeboy killed the GTG's leader's homeboy, Bars, or whatever his name. His name is Bars. And it's like,
I thought about you too.
And I'm thinking like how you can work with him? Like, but I'm thinking at the same time, I was like, damn, well, I mean, you did have Kane just kill the other homie boys right in front of him and be like, hey, you work for me now. Like, okay, so I guess it's not that crazy, I guess. I don't know.
I did like 2-Bit, his telling Tariq how to clean up after a murder. Like, I did like that. He was like, hey man, you gotta wipe down stuff, fingerprints.
He knows this though. He knows this.
Who knows this?
Huh?
Who knows this?
Dude, Tariq with Kane. Are you serious? Like the times that he spent with Kane, and even Drake, everybody's mentored him. Everybody has mentored him.
That didn't help him.
I don't understand. Like 1 minute with 2-Bit, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I gotta." Dude, I brought this up before. We watched 2 shows with some white boys who knew how to clean up after themselves. Like, and they had no mentors on killing. Like, it's crazy.
I'm saying, but this is the first time in this season that somebody's made an effort to do it. Kane kills people, he just keeps it moving. He don't give 2 fucks. Like, he shows his face, he kills people, and he doesn't roll out. At least 2-Bit in his middle of his, just murdering this kid and throwing him in the pool, and no one saw this black dude chase this other black dude. Like,
no one ran. I mean, like, they didn't see everybody turn their heads like, whoa, there's some people running. Let's not, like, you're not gonna call security. You put up metal detectors for a reason. There's security. And there's cameras there, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he got drunk and drowned. So you saw that he's drunk. Like, I'm confused. Like, he drunk and he drowned. And then I thought about you again too, because I was thinking, like, when they even saw there was a blunt force trauma.
Yes.
But then I also was thinking, well, that didn't stop from like DC Joe being shot in the side of the head, even though he had 2 shots right here. So, F it.
Just and that never got addressed. DC Joe's murder never got addressed. Monet is moving forward with the business.
Well, it did get addressed. They're saying he's missing. They said he's missing.
All right. So, but Rico, whoever Rico is like apparently he cool. Like he ain't calling nobody, wondering where his boy is, not wondering about where the drugs is where's his drugs and where's his guy or where's his money. Like where's something, but that never gets addressed. So then we got Kane. Kane being the leader of the GTG boys makes absolutely no sense.
No.
Weren't they kind of wasn't him and Monet kind of leaders in the first place in a sense? Like
so I went back. So let's go back to Kane's ultimate problem. Kane is saying at this point, the whole Tejada operation is based on the GTG boys, and now it's all invested into Tariq. That's what they want us to believe. And on top of that, Zeke is the great hope who's gonna save the entire Tejada family once he goes pro.
That's our bread and butter.
What the fuck? Anyway, I went back to episode 3 when Dre and Kane did their pickups in Queens. They stopped at 5 different locations. That's on top of the GTG boys. They had at least 6 organizations selling drugs for them at one point. To which is why Kane made the joke in that episode to Drew that it's like we're like the Lion King and everything that the sun touches is ours. But somehow by episode 8, they're just down to Tariq. What? And it all rides on him. Hence why Tasha's like, all y'all getting rich off of my son's back. What? How is that possible? Like, how's he moving that much weight with just him and Braden? And really, it's just Braden.
$50,000 a day.
Which he was making with Epiphany at the strip club. So none of this shit is necessary. If that's the standard of success, 50 grand a week.
Y'all a day. Effie made at least 48 grand.
Oh, with the Effie and the cocaine? So I'm saying
he got his 24 to pay off 2 bits. So they made at least 48 grand in a day.
And again, we ain't talking about Effie's connect. I mean, that'll come later. But anyway, Kane and the GTG boys do not have a good history. Kane is the one that shot up the GTG headquarters when Drew couldn't handle the situation. Kane was the one that beat up one of their dudes in the alleyway. Now somehow he's convinced them to help him rob a church, which didn't mean anything. Apparently, I was wrong. And now he's convinced them that it's Tariq. Tariq is the one that's turned Monet against them. What?
This is the same dude that called Monet a puta?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You a puta.
Well, it's the same group. It's not the same guy. It's the same group.
Okay.
Not the same guy. But I'm like, how do you believe a guy you never even heard of or met before is the one reason why Kane beat your ass? Kane shot you up. Kane is the one that killed, as Chris pointed out, killed 2 of the people in this episode, and now he has the little guap working for him. Why would Kane want this guy working for him when he just killed almost their entire crew by himself, Tommy style? Like, what are they even bringing to the table? He cut off the light. I thought this was John Wick when I saw it. He cut off the lights. Then he went in and they were like, oh my God, I can't see nothing. Let's just shoot in the dark and pray.
What was the cell phone, using a cell phone as
so he could see.
Pistol light? Like,
yeah, that like these guys are so cheap they can't even buy on like, I think you can even go on Amazon for this for like $100. This is how cheap these guys are. $100 you can actually buy like an attachment that you can put on top of your pistol. And all it takes is one AAA battery or whatever, and now you got yourself an attached flashlight so you can see. But no, I'm gonna leave a hand like not free because I have to hold my cell phone to it. Like, bro, these like what the hell? Like, I mean, like that was insane. That was.
And then little guap just sprays at nothing, so he can conveniently be out of bullets by the time Kane walks in.
I did appreciate him kind of thinking over about, taking Zeke's knee out, like his little shaky ass hand. You know what I mean? But I do have a problem with. Well, I mean, I have a couple of problems with it, but the big one I have is Monet. Her reaction to Drew. This is your fault, man. This is your fault. Like, why'd you put Zeke in this situation? Zeke was the one that actually called him to the damn party. If anything, Drew wasn't there, Zeke would have got his ass like beaten up anyway. That didn't stop anything. I don't understand how she blamed that on Drew. Why did she blame that on Drew, saying it was Drew's fault when Drew was the one that was invited, you right? And then he was still in the club when the homie was getting beat, like getting their ass whooped. That was
I believe her thought before she figured out what happened. I think her thought was the GTG boys were tracking Drew. So when Drew showed up, invited or not, him just being there, the GTG boys were going after Drew and then focused on Zeke when they got there. I think that's what she thought at first until she found out the whole story.
And you know what sucks is everybody. It seems like now the whole town knows that Monet's bread and butter is Zeke. Like the fact that he said that, I was like, wow. Like they all know your weakness and they know that he ain't about that life. Like he run into his old woman's house like, hey, can I come in? Can I come in? Like, mama. Nah, bro. Mama. Like that. You take him, kidnap him. Screw Kane, screw Drew, screw Diana. You take Zeke's ass.
Yeah.
And they
you own Monet. You own the Tejadas. You own the Tejadas.
Exactly. And you know they get that they own him in the sense that Drew even said, no, don't shoot his leg. Shoot me. I'm like, what? I was like, he didn't say shoot my leg. He said, no, just shoot me. I'm like, damn, y'all need him that bad? I was like, holy shit. I was like,
bro, back up. So then I like how Drew walking with his lover, Everett, was like, I want to be different. I'm not like them. Like who? Like my family. What's your family like? I just don't want to be like that, because he's a gay and he's soft and, he just wants to be a painter or some shit. Then the beast comes out and he's like, bah! I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. I was like, he whooped the shit out of that dude. Please note, Lil Guap's two mates were watching him.
Yes.
Get his ass whooped.
Yeah, because they were too busy holding
basketball players.
Yeah, holding Everett back or something. Like it took two, and there were some big dudes too, but they had to hold him back. So like, damn, we would help you.
No, it was Everett and that light skinned dude. Each one of them had a guy.
Yeah,
each one. But my point, you can't.
They're super tall, well, except for Everett, who to your point, I thought about you when homegirl was like, you kind of short. And I was like, damn, like you kind of short, but you cute.
Casting.
I was like. It accepts the cat.
But I'm like, so we see the beast come out. I'm like, okay, Drew, all right, you stepping up. All right. So I'm like, take it to the next level. Like when you get with Kane, who's once again at that girl's house, be like, we need to take care of the GTG boys and debt this shit. Like, I want to know he's really about that life. Then I would have been like, okay, now this is a new Drew. And I'm like, but no, he's like, no, you handle it, Kane. I don't want to be about this. I'm sorry, man. I lost my shit. I didn't know what happened. Just you handle it, Kane. That's your job. Well, what you think, Stacey? You think Drew is ready to be about the life?
Yeah, he would have killed him if Everett wasn't standing there, looking like shocked and hurt.
That's that classic scene, right? When the man is with his woman who don't know what he does for a living, and all of a sudden he has to pull it out, and she's like, "Oh my god, I can't!" They just run away and shit.
Except the
one that didn't do it was Holly. Holly licked the blood off Tommy fingers.
Right?
It was like, this is great.
I wasn't gonna fuck you until I saw you get in this fight.
Yeah. She was a little bit of a freak. Yeah, she was.
Hey, Riley was no bet. That's how I knew Riley was the new Holly. When she saw Braden beat up that dude.
Oh.
She was like, "That's the dude." Like, something about him says, "I gotta get him the draws."
A little different, cause he beat him like you beat him up, but Tommy nearly almost killed someone like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like yeah, a lot of girls get turned on when they see someone defend their honor or whatever. But Tommy nearly killed that dude. Like that's a little different. And then just for her to lick I'm like, bro, what?
Well, okay. So those were two different those 2 different days. Like when they were in the bar and they had the fight and she was jumping on that dude and she stole the chain, She fucked him that night. That's a different thing. What you're talking about is when he and Julio beat up the guy who sold the drugs to the model at the club, and then like he beat that dude up, and when he picked up Holly, he had blood on his knuckles, and she licked it off.
Oh, okay. I for some reason I thought she witnessed it, but maybe I'm mixing the two episodes.
Either way, she had issues. I mean, we both acknowledge like this is not what you look for in a man to be like. He was gonna treat me right though. He won't choke me out when I try to kill his best friend. You know, like.
Not without a safe word, at least. You know what I mean?
You should have had a safe word.
You should have had a fucking safe. Like, y'all.
But it's kind of hard to talk when you're getting like strangled, though. So
dude,
it probably wouldn't work.
He was like,
he said safe word. If that ever happens, just roll your eyes back, and that's the safe word. Like, your eyes roll back. I know that you. That's you. That's it. They're like, oh, your eyes. Oh, you turn.
So you have to do the double tap.
Yeah.
Tap.
She was like. She was trying to tap, and Tommy wouldn't hear that shit. He was like, "No, you killed my best friend, and you claim we have an unhealthy relationship." I'm sure that put her over the top. Like once you talk about Ghost and Tommy's relationship to Tommy, something's happening to you. Like you're not walking away from that conversation. He don't appreciate that stuff. Anyway, my point is,
She should have said, "I'm pregnant," and then he would have dropped her.
He would have. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we review the episode. But in this episode, Drew showed Everett the other side of him. And we'll see how that changes their relationship once Everett stops crying and shit, and be like, I realized I was with a killer. So then
a whole bunch of people gonna have to die off of this. It was a big reveal to Everett, big reveal to punk ass Jamari.
Yes,
like a whole bunch of people won't have to die now. Like,
well, to your point,
Zeke's
teammates. They know the situation, and that's going to be a problem. Like I didn't realize Zeke that your family was about that kind of life is a problem. Like Zeke finally appreciated the family that he has, and again he ran to his new mama / lover and was like, Carrie, please take care of me. I'm vulnerable right now. Yeah. Instead of Jabari chasing down Tariq, he needs to be chasing down like Carrie and see who's going to her place. And he would see that Zeke is constantly showing up. Like this should be a sign.
He's so
Why is he following Tariq and not Carrie?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't
Why
make
is he following anybody? What is wrong with this dude, man? Don't he got some little girls to screw? Like what? Why are you so obsessed with her, yo? Like
it's that classic thing. A man is like, I can fuck around, but you can't fuck around. And I can't have you fucking around on me. Like when Ghost was all up in Angie, the first time he heard about Sean, he was so mad. He was like, I can't believe you would do this to me. Like, well, you were home doing your wife. I would not be home doing your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your fault. But
the difference is Ghost was telling Angie about having a life together and whatnot. Now, they're like these two are so unhealthy with their relationship.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they ain't talk about the future with each other. They're just like, oh, you're hot, I'm hot, let's screw. Like, I mean, I don't understand why you obsessed like that. Like,
where is Carrie's white sex addiction partner?
I know,
her,
right?
Her counselor.
She had to give up that coin. She's like, damn, I was 30 days. There you go.
And now I'm off the wagon, just humping everybody. I'm just saying, but seriously though, where is she checking in to see how Carrie's at? This would be a good intervention moment. Like if she comes over to the apartment, sees Zeke leaving, it's like, who is this young dude? Clearly this is not help. Like that would be a good conversation to see if Carrie is like dealing with her addiction. Is she fucking Zeke because of her addiction, or she truly is attracted to this kid? Like, I would that would be they need to bring that back, so we can see like how bad her addiction is and whatever. I would like to have that discussed, because it almost seemed like they're in the actual. Monet's looking at, as soon as she saw Carrie, she was like, who the fuck is this? Like, excuse me, who are you? I'm like, are you fucking Zeke? Like, I was confused. I don't know. Monet was like, why are you stepping up to my man? That's how I felt.
He almost called her Carrie, and she was like,
She was giving her the eye before they even started talking.
Yeah,
I was cool with that in the sense of like, I don't know if a line, I can't remember what, either someone alluded to a line or whatnot, but someone kind of told like Zeke to be careful about like some of these girls out there because they want what you have or something like that. That she's probably like scared, like that's her bread and butter. All of a sudden she sees anyone. I don't even care if it was Carrie. It could have been anyone. Could have been.
Yeah, you're right.
really.
But she was doing that the whole episode. Like she figured out that Kane was trying to kill Tariq.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somehow she clairvoyant. I was like, she was giving the can. I was like, what? How you figuring this shit out? She's like, there's something going on here. She giving everybody the eye.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he didn't even buy Kane nachos. I
Right.
was laughing.
I know. It said it was all sold out. So, speaking of that scene, so you know how I said, there's some bullshit stuff in the show where I'm just like, you know what, like that's impossible. Like the damn ever charging cell phone that there's something that even tops the cell phone now. I have a problem with, which they're gonna have to address eventually. The Rolex, he said the Rolex was damaged. Everybody knows that a Rolex is waterproof up to 100 meters, bro. There is no way you choking, like you drowning that dude for all of 10 seconds. All of a sudden that Rolex is ruined. And then if that's the case, I better not see you bring up that Rolex again and talk about, oh, I got this from Ghost. It's like that if that Rolex is ruined, that's it. I better not see it again. Because it'll be pointless. You just have I get it, it's a Rolex, so you just want to keep it on your hand or whatnot. But I better not see you doing this ever again if it's ruined. There's no way. Like you just killed the whole idea of it being
real or even real. What you're saying? Right. You're saying Ghost was stunting with a fake Rolex. That's what you're saying at this point.
Yeah.
And then Zeke gets a Rolex too.
Zeke got a Rolex. What's wrong? You don't like that one,
bruh? He's been on academic probation this entire series. This is the first game he was about to play. He didn't even win the game. He was about to play, and she gives him a Rolex before he even gets on the court. He makes two shots on screen for the record, one practice, one actual shot, and then we fast forward to him having a celebration party at the club.
That's too much money, man. Too much money to get like actual players to pretend like they're playing. Like that's
he has so much clout. He can hand women to his boys. Like, who are you? That girls are walking up to you like, Zeke, can I have some? And he's like, no.
They didn't even know that. You notice they didn't even know his name. They didn't know his name. It was like, weren't you on TV? Like, I'm like, hold on. So I was like, hold on. So so basically what you're saying, he's kind of maybe famous. Like, he ain't that famous, bro. Like, he was on ESPN at one point. They showed it like earlier in the episode. He was on like ESPN or they talked about him on TV.
No. This boy said that tomorrow, like he was gonna have an interview with ESPN. Last week, Jabari saw just general ESPN basketball shit on.
Yeah, I knew that one, but I thought he did he sat down for an interview or something.
No. It was like after a game. It wasn't ESPN. It was like everybody was talking after the game. It was very general.
But that was insane to me. I'm like, weren't you on TV? I'm like, bro, they all were on TV. Like all of them. Like you only recognize him. Like really, like what. That was crazy. He was like, yeah. He said, yeah. I'm a handle you in the bathroom. Like, I mean, like, what was that like? Clearly, you know what they want, right? So, I mean, I know they're just trying to get some, but y'all definitely need to make sure y'all strap up for that shit. You know what I mean? All I gotta say is season 1, episode 1 of Ray Donovan. All right, like. You know what I'm talking about.
Those were legit NBA players, Chris. Like, but I mean,
true.
So let's not. But anyway, it's just the fact that he was sitting there in the VIP. Like, you know what? Just give it to my boys. You know what I'm saying? I thank you for loving on me. You don't know my name or nothing, but just give the ass to my boys, and that would be just as good. Who just happened to be the gay one, who happens to be like with the like, hey man, you ain't had no pussy all week, all season. Don't you think, y'all, that's a sign? Did anybody ever think that's a sign? Like, your boy that you've been with,
wholesome Christian boy.
Unless he got some serious religious values, he talks to no women. He's never been out with a girl. You never heard anybody even talk to nothing. This is not a clue to you that maybe we should be looking into this.
I mean, he's really big in the studies, but they make it seem like he's always been out with them. So I'm thinking if you typically are out with your boys and y'all like the big thing on campus. Come on, like no one at least seen you holler at girls, whatever, like nothing. That's
suspect, man. It's suspect.
Man. Very sus. You know what I mean?
But now the GTG boys just called him a faggot in front of his teammates. So now that's official. Okay, so that should be a conversation. Okay, now Everett should not be like. Now he's like, I can't hang out with you, not because everybody's gonna know I'm gay. It's because you're a thug, and I can't be associated.
Drew. No. They're saying
violence.
they called Drew that.
But I'm saying though, they were all there. They're gonna notice that he's always hanging out with Drew. Is what I'm saying. Like Zeke should be like, why are you like you? Because I was hanging out. I'm just saying it's gonna be.
You think so? Dude, that can't.
It's not. They're not. They should. They should. But they're not. But it's
I mean, just like it's just a lot of ironic stuff that happened. Like homeboy that came with the face paint. Ironically, he goes to metal detector, and the first guy he sees is happens to be Tariq amongst all those thousands of people in the hallway. There he is.
The first person to be
look like.
No.
How did he know what Tariq looked like?
I know, right? Like there was quite a few brothers in that hallway, surprisingly, because I was thinking like, wait a minute, I thought it was supposed to be mostly white
people.
You know, I'm like, yeah, that's
a game.
Huh?
It's a basketball game.
Black people go to basketball game.
I guess, yeah.
But no, I mean, it's like, when did they ever see Tariq? Who showed a photo and was like, "This is who you're trying to kill"? Like when Holly put the hit out with the Jamaicans, Ghost was on the Twitter. So she had a photo and was like, look, kill James St. Patrick, who's on the Twitter. Like, look, like, just kill this dude. And that's exactly what Tommy told them. Keep your ass off the TV or people might come for us. But he didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it made no damn sense. And, 2-Bit. 2-Bit just happens to go to a campus that he shouldn't have known about in the first place. And the first person he runs into is the one trying to sleep with his targets. Hello, excuse me, who are you? I'm the cousin. Kanan, another Kanan moment. Oh, I'm here to see my cousin, but don't tell him I'm here. I want it to be a surprise. Like, thank you, Kanan. Like, did y'all just watch book 1 and just rewrite that shit?
Yeah, I love how conveniently she found her, you know, just like that, you know.
Just go to the dorm and walk down until you see his name on the door, which is very convenient.
Big problem.
Like, why did they do that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was gonna say my campus didn't do that. No, you had a room number and that was it. You ain't had no damn name. That is so elementary school. That is what we're doing. Like elementary school, you have your parents sitting in the classroom next to you. You're reading Moby Dick and the Invisible Man, and then like, you know, and then a random kid comes in throwing condoms in the classroom, and you know and then a girl yelling nigga randomly.
See, that's right.
What's up?
When Jabari was meeting with his agents, and he was like, "Come on, nigga, we need to get this together." I was like, "Fucking Courtney Kemp, can we please just once? Can I get a black man in a suit who's educated, who understands that nigga is not a good word, that we shouldn't be calling ourselves that or each other that in professional environments? When like 2-Bit is talking to a street thug, that's fine. When Dre is talking to the GTG boys, that's fine. But when you're talking to your agent about your book, when Davis used nigga with Sax last week, I was mad as fuck. Like, I was like, come on. Like, that's not okay. You know what they're going to do? Sax is going to try to say it, and Davis is going to get into his ass. Please don't do it. Please don't do that stupid shit. But it's going to happen. He's going, I thought I could say it because you said it. No, only black people can say that.
Nancy. No,
there you go. That's one.
I will say one thing. Yo, big props to 2-Bit for one thing, right? 2-Bit is I commend him for his courtesy, because he's the only dude that will actually knock on the door before entering. He knocked on the door. First off, let me rewind. Tariq, right? Tariq is putting drugs in his backpack. And all of a sudden, someone just opens the door. He's like, free something. Nigga, just lock the door. I know. I'm sorry that you just said not to say the N-word, but I couldn't help myself just now. Like, dude, lock the damn door. Lock the damn door. You're putting drugs in the backpack and putting all this, the course correct stuff, and then Braden just opens the door. Like, you know, I'm gonna get.
Well, Braden lives there. So
yeah, but he didn't. But my point is, Braden should have had to use the key to unlock.
Right, you're right.
Starters, right? And then Lauren just randomly comes into the room randomly, and then all of a sudden, everything, hey, what's going on? She slips in. Yo, how you just slip in like that? Like, no, that shouldn't have happened. Then all of a sudden, someone who doesn't even really know Tariq just, I appreciate that. Before he does come in and put a gun to his head, like, your father owed me, but still, he was courteous. And I thought that was legit.
He goes sees the 18-year-old son and not Big Mama. He should have went to the adult in the fucking family to be like, that would have been something. Hey, Big Mama, Yaz. Hey, Tariq, guess what? Somebody just showed up with a gun and put it to our heads and said, if you don't give him money, he's going to kill us. That's how you bring the family in. And that makes sense. Like, why is he going to the teenager? Oh, wait. Real quick. When Tariq met with the lawyer and was like, excuse me, can I get $24K because someone's threatening me with legal action? What the fuck? You going to pay off? Hold up. But when he knew that Tariq failed that paper, and he was like, your father ensured that I would know your grades before he died. What the fuck are you talking about? Ghosted, he wasn't even in college then. What are you talking about? Why would they say that?
Because he's still alive.
He's coming. Season finale. Anyway, we do gotta wrap this up. All right, so Stacey, well, what are your predictions for next week?
Effie and Brayden team up to start slanging coke, and they put Tariq out of business. What episode are we on? 8?
Yeah.
So episode 9, Tariq gets shot, and episode 10 is the Who Shot Tariq episode. Hallelujah.
He falls off the balcony at the frat house.
No, on that little ledge at the school where he is always looking over everybody.
Yeah.
That's why they did him.
And in slow motion, they're gonna play a big rich town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By Jacob Banks.
You know what I noticed we didn't talk about either? Like Braden's parents being exactly who we thought they were.
We thought they would be.
Like the whole hey, if you weren't just eyeing women wherever you go. He said, well, if I was getting some at home, I'm like, of course I would.
No, bro. You know what we should be talking about? The magical sister that's been at college this whole time we've never seen.
Was she a student? Are you sure?
Yes.
She was a student.
Yes. She was buying drugs from Effie. She's a student.
I thought she was visiting.
I thought she was visiting too. You sure?
Yes. It doesn't make any sense. I feel she was
because they're freshmen. Because Braden's freshman. I want to say Braden's the middle child. If he's the middle child, that means she had to still be like at least in high school. I thought. Are you sure?
To me, they implied that because she knew Effie before they even met at that moment. She was like, "Hey, I've been looking for you."
She gave him drugs earlier.
She bought drugs the day before.
Yeah. In line with Trace.
All right.
That's why when he was cleaning his nose off, he's like, "Wait, where'd you get the drugs from?" It was because the day before, like the homegirl Effie was able to see who had divorced parents and to give. That's how they put them out. Like, oh, well, Weston. Because they have divorce, like, oh, their parents are pieces of shit. You might want some drugs. Like that's how.
And the sister, I was like, where did the sister come from? Like, she don't visit. So she doesn't go there. She don't visit her brothers to see how they doing. This is the first time, like seeing them. I was like, what is this going on with this? It's too much. Like it was just.
She ain't Malcolm. It can just be popping up every now and then.
Who?
She's not Malcolm.
Oh, that's right. And that's not even a conversation. Oh no, that's her mom. That's right. Now Lauren's mom was like,
they're still golfing together. So
yes,
whatever.
Yeah,
I know, right? So
why was that necessary?
And then will Weston next season will Weston, like when she's like now in college, will she be a love interest to Tariq? You know?
Man, no, he got a type.
I mean,
like light skin, like exotic women is what he goes for.
I'm gonna tell him and Diana is gonna get it on. I'm not saying they're gonna be together. I'm just saying,
yeah, man, I agree with you. But Effie's gonna be in next episode. Like, so Courtney Kemp, and this is why I think Effie's actually gonna die. I think Effie's gonna die because Courtney Kemp said now that Effie's here, she said like Effie is the right balance between Lauren.
If it works out, yeah, I saw that too.
Right. And I'm thinking like the game's gonna get bad and he's gonna have to turn on her, right? And he may put her down. This may be the Holly moment. Like you may have to put Effie down and like in some real shit. And I may be like, and this he has to be with Diana or Lauren because Effie's too perfect. If they stay together,
man, I'll be pissed if she goes before Riley. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll be pissed if she goes down before Riley. Her weak ass needs to go,
dude. So Ghost and Tommy had about 3 good fights before Tommy was like, fuck it, right? This is the number one between Brayden and Tariq. Riley will be number 2. When Riley comes back and be like, no, Tariq lied to you. Like, what this is what's really going on with my uncle and everything. That's going to be number 2. right? Like they're gonna break them up, like just like Ghost and Tommy, but it's gonna take some time. They're gonna work that thing through, but they're gonna have their Holly fight. First, this is about business. This is gonna be about relationships. I do believe. Or maybe it's Effie. I mean, maybe somehow they fight over Effie, which doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. We just need more Effie. I like Effie. I like 2-Bit. I do like 2-Bit. Again, I just don't like where they did with this. Yeah, I do. I know, man. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. We will see you again next week for episode 9. This really was a great episode overall. I thought it was a lot more action. It was actually moving forward. Some wild shit went down. Just logically, a lot of shit didn't make any sense. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like on the video, comment on the video, share the video. Let us know what you think is going to happen with the season finale. Who's going to be dead? Who's going to be in jail? Are they going to go back to court? I don't want to see court again. I was happy not to see Davis in the courtroom, to be honest. Where's Paula? Where's his investigator / lover Paula? Where is Tamika? That's who we need. Tamika can make the whole court thing happen. Anyway, guys, we'll see you guys next week and later.